because of having a couple losses. Like I'm not accustomed to going through that.
Is this fight really going to inform like where Henry Cejudo is at and what his future holds?
But you're right, man. I mean, obviously, what I show on Saturdays is going to be an indication of where I'm at. Because it's not like I'm just a wrestler either. I knock people the fuck out too. Every time I see my daughter, I scream, America!
What's up, everyone? Shakiel Mahjouri here for CBS Sports, and you know who this is. He is the Olympic gold medalist and former two-division UFC champion, fighting Song Yadong in the main event of UFC Seattle. He's 5 feet 4 inches of twisted steel and sex appeal. Henry Cejudo, how's it going, man?
Wow, dude, that has to be the greatest intro fucking ever so far. Jesus.
There we go.
Somebody gets my sense of humor.
Yes, sir. Yeah. Well, I know these things can be very repetitive, especially in these short windows. The best I can do is at least give you a good intro to set this off on the right tone, bro. How are you? How are you today?
Good, brother. Good, man. The weight's good. Obviously, I've been in Seattle. I got in yesterday. The city's pretty gloomy. All the fighters are in town. I already had a chance to see my foe yesterday, size them up a little bit. Everything is good, man. Everything's firing at all cylinders, and I'm super excited for Saturday night.
I'm happy to hear that, man. I was going through your Instagram and watching some of like your pre-fight reels, and you mentioned the chip on your shoulder that you have heading into this one. May I ask why you have that chip on your shoulder this time?
Well, it's because of losing, man. I think it's because of having a couple losses. Like I'm not accustomed to going through that as a fighter, whether it was in wrestling and in mixed martial arts. But I also respect the game too. I also know that I took a lot of time off when I came back and made the comeback. But I like it, man. I don't like feeling good. Second place sucks, and when you feel second, you're either first or you're last. And I feel like that's what it amounts to. So there's a chip on there, knowing that somebody is ahead of you. Somebody is ahead of you that has the belt, that's rightfully earned it, and it's time for me to climb up the mountain once again.
Does it make, you say that, and I think about all the fight weeks you come into as champion, as double champion, as an Olympic gold medalist. Has it made these sort of media weeks a little more, like you said, gloomy, because now we have to talk about those losses? And like you said, if you're not first place, you're last place.
No, it's part of the game, dude. There's always a 50% chance, too, that you may win, you may lose. That's the game that makes martial arts. Those 4-ounce gloves are dangerous. Those 4-ounce gloves, they don't forgive anybody. So, you can get your lights shut out at any moment. So you got to be holding five aces. So does it hurt? 100%. Fucking Marab. Fuck him.
Well, I know it must be hard, and especially coming off of the retirement, but to come off such a long layoff and take the UFC champion at the time and the UFC champion at present to the distance so competitively, to me suggests that Henry Cejudo is still very much elite. And that's what I think makes this fight kind of interesting, right? Like Song Yadong is a little bit lower on the totem pole. He's often fallen short when when it's time to fight people of your caliber. Is this fight really going to inform like where Henry Cejudo is at and what his future holds?
Yeah, 100%. 100%. Song's dangerous, bro. Song's dangerous. But does he have that championship experience like myself? His job is his style, or his game plan is to go out there and shut my lights out. And I know that. He's gonna pressure me. He's gonna, use his hands, bring that small little uppercut that he does, maybe kick to the head. So he's gonna try that, and I'm just gonna, it's gonna be a fight, bro. I'm gonna meet him in the middle. Might move just a little bit, but we're gonna fight. And then we're gonna see how his defense is. We're gonna see a lot of things, because it's not like I'm just a wrestler either. I knock people the fuck out too. So that's how it is.
Right.
But you're right, man. I mean, obviously, what I show on Saturdays is going to be an indication of where I'm at. So that's fair.
I was so happy to see you make your comeback, but at the same time, it was like a little bittersweet in the sense that I think the last time you and I were like texting, it was about maybe doing some sort of like feature on Coach Henry Cejudo and the footprint that you were starting to build there, working with Jones, working with Yuri. Whenever the time does come, is coaching something that you're gonna dive into headfirst and fully? Because it seemed like you were really good at it.
Yeah, yeah. No, I'm not necessarily coaching. It's probably more like teaching.
Mm.
You know, like you're not gonna see me on weekends at the UFC. I love my family too much, bro. Like I'm not gonna be fucking the dude with the bucket, and which, dude, I respect, dude. Like my coaches, I fucking love them because, dude, they sacrifice so much for their family. Like I'm just in awe. You know what I'm saying? For the time that they give to the fighters, bro. So I'm a teacher. I'm not a coach. Like I'll teach, and if I get a chance to go to somebody for a fight, that's a treat. That's a treat for me because I'm leaving my family behind. So I'm not a weekend. I'm not gonna be in every weekend guy like the coaches. The coaches is fuck, dude. They're the superstars, bro. And I don't think they get enough attention or enough respect for that. And I'm just grateful, man, to say the least. So I think I'll continue teaching. I'll continue doing my, that's what I love to do, man. And I think that's the biggest thing. Like I don't see myself, I got approached to commentate for the UFC, like not interested, like years ago. Like hell no, man. You tell me I gotta be here for fight week and the interview, all that. Like, dude,
Same
I'm not
way.
that fuck no. Hell no. Like I lose my family, my wife, like watch them grow up. Like, no, even that, commentators, man, respect, dude. Like I don't know how they do it. I just couldn't, you know. So I take a little. My family, because my family's number one to me.
Yeah. I fully, I'll make the drive up to Seattle, and I look forward to seeing you there because it's a pretty close drive from Vancouver. But yeah, man, the people who are still able to do this every week in and out is crazy. Last thing before we finish up on some rapid fire, and I feel kind of silly even asking, but Aleksandre Topuria did call you out after his win. Any response?
No, I honestly, he's got work to do, man. I think he's good, bro. He's not his brother, but I like him, dude. Like, and honestly, dude, the person that really called him out was actually he's right next to me. His name's Dylan Rush. So this is a dude.
You
So
want to do a
he,
little cameo? There we go. There we go.
Sorry, Alexandre.
yeah. So, anyways, no, but I feel like he needs to work his way up, dude. I don't think you want to make the mistake of going with people that are at that level because that's all you're gonna fight after that. You know what I'm saying? And so those are my 2 cents. And plus, dude, the dudes are Spanish, dude. I'm trying to get to the championship belt, dude, more than anything, man. So I'm not focusing. This is why I'm not trolling that many people no more. Like I used to just fucking troll everybody under the sun, but I'm not trying to go that route. I know who's ahead of me. I know the pathway to get to the belt, and I hope I can get it.
Okay. I hope you get that too then. Well, we have 1 minute left. And I got to say, Henry, this might be one of the most productive 10-minute interviews I ever got. So thank you so much for being such a good participant here. Let's run you through a little rapid fire. First, do you put the shopping cart back after you're done grocery shopping? Be honest.
I do. Actually, I do.
Now, now, wait. Here's the catch. If other people have started forming like a weird side cart in like the parking lot, and there's like 3 or 4 stacked, are you making the extra walk over to the actual cart station? Or are you gonna add to the mess? Because I add to the mess sometimes. I'll be honest with you.
Yeah, yeah. No, I think I would add to the mess because, fuck, yeah, I'm guilty. But for the most part, I do always try to put because I do want my kids to see like when you use it, you put it back. You know
Okay.
what I'm saying? So to me, it's and plus there's a passion by the name of Rick Warren. I remember I studied quite a bit when I was studying theology, and he was saying about certain things. That was one of the things that he always did.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's like even people are, you know what I mean? It's good for your soul. So, but
Look
I'm
at
probably
that.
guilty a little bit of what you're saying,
There you
dude.
go. But man, who knew I would get a theology lesson out of you from that? I love that. What
Who would have
song are
known
you
Triple
bust?
C's a theology major? See,
There
people
you
don't know
go.
that, dude.
There's levels to this thing, man.
Yeah.
Henry Sudo always surprising you. I gotta let you go. So let's end on this one, since you've brought up a reoccurring theme, and I'm sure this changes through your life. But what's the most recent experience you had with your kids that made you think, damn, being a father is cool?
The most recent experience that I have with my kids and being a father is cool. Just the unconditional love that they have, dude, for you. Of like yesterday. I'll give you an example. Yesterday, and I'm always like, I'm very charismatic. Since I was a kid, I've kind of always been like that. Like I always, every time I see my daughter, I scream, America! Like I make a big deal. You know what I'm saying? Like I make the biggest deal ever, and she comes running to me. She comes running to me in the driveway of the hotel, the roundabout. And she's over here like tripping, but she wants to like hug me and grab me so much. She was so excited to see me.
Mm,
And then obviously the little brother is right behind her. It's like, so I'm picking them both up. So just the responsibility and the unconditional love, and the same reason why I'm making this comeback, dude. I've done really good with my investments. I'm building a couple of duplexes now that are finishing up. One of them was probably already finished. And then I'm building a couple of apartment complexes, 6 units a piece. So, I'm just building my wealth because I want my kids to recognize what their father has done, and I want them to grow it.
I love it. Well, prioritizing family, but that doesn't mean you don't stop working for him. Henry, ahead of your fight against Song Yadong in Seattle, if there's anything you want to leave the people with, I'll let you have the last word,
No, you
man.
guys, you guys tune in, man. You know what I'm saying? Like the Triple C is about to put Song Yadong down, dude. Age is just a number, 27 years old. You're about to get smacked up by a 38-year-old freaking phenom over here, the King Triple C. He is going to bend the knee. You guys stay tuned, or you can bend the knee too.